Breaking news. It appears that Air Force One was shot down somewhere over the Middle East this morning by a sleeper cell of rogue terrorists firing a Stinger missile. The pilot and all passengers are unaccounted for. The president's whereabouts are presently unknown and he is presumed missing. The vice president, secretary of state, and principals of the military are assembling. Our nation stands at DEFCON 3.
The greatest crisis, someone call for me. Red, white, and blue air. On these remains, my body is a team. How could anybody do this? Betrayal, blue in the days. Medals are useless, all cause that's what got me. I'm not important.
operations along the Israeli-Syrian border. Initial reports claim Israeli jet fighters bombed a guerrilla base, killing at least 49 soldiers and 13 civilians. Unidentified gang went berserk last night, opening fire with a 12-gauge shotgun in a crowded downtown restaurant. 14 people are dead, and crackdown on laboratory experiments on animals is expected to become law today. Animal rights activists have been pushing for the bill for 9 years and have taken part in mass demonstrations. Police have smashed a multi-million-dollar drug smuggling ring. 22 pounds of heroin was seized along with a small amount of cocaine, marijuana, and hashish. 25 people have been arrested and face charges ranging from smuggling to possession for the purpose of trafficking.
This may seem all too confusing. How I could walk away from something so rare. But you see, it all got too demanding, yeah. And I just didn't care. I hits the stage. The music was exciting, the mania rage. All had the fever, our ears started to ring, feeding this Wi-Fi, consuming everything. Nettles came back then, and still is to this day. Others imitate a challenge, but it never goes away. Your mind tells you that you've lost your confidence. You're drifting and you don't believe in anyone. To lose what little you have left to be proud of, afraid you can't do this again. Wow. You said that nothing comes in between us and the way of getting things we wanted done. Then NSophobia held you under its influence until you compromised your style. Everything about you has been one big charade. What will you do now that the world's running dry? To sell out all your friends and stab them in the back. It's something that you are, it's something that I'm not. When you force me into doing what you love, mark my words, no one loves you very much. And when you tried to change me and tried to replace me, I couldn't help but anticipate you. Being the fright can only last so long. Do what you sense as a child returns. To choke out the voice that told you money and the fame would fill the crater that you dug for yourself. Unlike you, I'm no vision to myself, lest you forget you didn't ever make metal, buddy. Metal made you to crush and run over everyone along the way. It's something that you are, it's something that I'm not. A stranger to yourself, you piss me off again. I won't be driven by your needs anymore. What did we come to do or be? It's clear to see for me. It's something that you are, something I'm not. You notice if I missed a day or two. We all laughed at the parodies that you become. the pain slowly paid back has been good. So accept my resignation, or in your words, betrayal. Before it gets much worse, and this self-sabotage. living half a life. Somehow I managed to survive. I felt my body's doing time, and in my back 100 knives from my friends at 25. And now as Gabriel sounds my warning bell, I'd buy your life if you would sell a year or two with less compelled. So live your life and live it well. There's not much left of me to tell. I just got backed up each time I fell. The fire burns on and on that drives me on till all is gone except the simple plans of my cement. The fire burns on and on that drives me on till all is gone except the simple plans of my cement. The fire burns on and on that drives me on till all is gone except the simple plans of my cement. The fire burns on and on that drives me on till all is gone except the simple plans of my cement. The fire burns on and on that drives me on till all is gone except the simple plans of my cement. The fire burns on and on that drives me on till all is gone except the simple plans of my cement.
Auxilium meum et domino. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
in my veins and the heart that pumps it. Drink from the chalice and be reborn, and the land with me, it will change and transform. A fighting man sworn to the quest, it is the doom of man that they forgot. I have awoken a dragon, and all around me the mist of his breath. Good and evil, there never is one without the other. Is brother always there where I least expected? It will burn me to cinders. The future's taking root in the present, son. Don't look into my heart, least of all your own. What was lost? Lost and home, off and job, well not for me. I was not yet done. I never knew how empty my soul was until it was refilled.